Hello everybody, welcome back to Tech of Tomorrow. Today's subject is eBay and how, for someone like me who sells their extra tech, well, eBay I think has finally put the final nail in their coffin, and that's what we're here to talk about. So let's talk tech and why eBay is really finally flushed themselves down the proverbial fracking toilet. Let's go. Chances are that if you're upgrading a computer with major parts or you're just building a new computer, you're going to need a legitimate Windows key. And VIP Your CD Key Sales has you covered. And right now the prices are lower than ever and it's simple to buy. You simply go over to their website, choose the Windows software that you want to, put it into your cart, and when you're going to the checkout, you're going to want to enter the code TOT20 and save yourselves an additional 30%, making your Windows key not only completely legit, but also really low price. And after a few minutes, you'll get an email and all of your keys will be inside of your inbox. So it's really simple. So if you want to save money and you want a key that you know is guaranteed to work forever, then check out VIP Your CD Key Sales. Right on. So before we jump into today's video, I ask that you guys like and share this video on social media, possibly post on Reddit. That would be great. I appreciate you guys. Now, as a tech person, I go through a lot of hardware over the years, and let's just face it, I can't keep every single solitary piece of tech that comes through my door. I would just have a warehouse after doing this for 20 years. So sometimes some of the extra stuff I've got, I would just sell on eBay, sell it at a discount and get rid of it and move on and buy some other hardware that we needed to keep things running here at Tech of Tomorrow. Now, eBay over the years has evolved to the point where anything that you're selling that's like hardware tech is like almost 18% of your money, okay? That's a huge fee. So just think about that right off the bat. For every $100 that you're selling on eBay, they're taking 18% of your hardware. So $18 for every $100 you're putting on there. If you're selling the expensive items, this can add up. That's just one aspect of it, and that one kind of sucks, but you know, we've all grown used to it and dealt with it. But now, something has just happened the other day that has completely, utterly offended me. It's wrong, and I think that everybody at this point now should completely give the double finger to eBay and avoid them like the plague, and here's why. I bought a keyboard off of Sweetwater a couple of months back. I passed the point of where I could return it to Sweetwater, but I ended up just not really liking the product that much. So I was like, you know what, all right, I'll just, I'll dump this thing on eBay and move about my day and get something different, right? Okay. So I sell the keyboard and then I go to see when I'm gonna get paid, and there's this big warning on the screen saying, hey, we're holding your money. Your account has been frozen until you give us all of this new tax information, because from now on, we're going to be charging you full tax, just like you're a business storefront for every item you sell. Yeah. So I was like, what the heck? So here's the first point, point A. These people at eBay were holding my money, telling me they weren't going to be paying me my money for an item that I sold, and basically telling me to piss down the river until I gave them accurate tax information. They're not the frickin' IRS. Who the frick are these people to hold my money? It pissed me off. They tried telling me stuff when I called them, like I needed to use an old address, and they were totally trying to mess up my account. I was just like, what? So finally, I clicked in there, went through everything. I finally got it fixed, okay? And so boom, they taxed me, and they're taxing everything. Well, check this out. I already paid tax on that item, okay? When I bought that item from Sweetwater, I paid tax. So why am I paying tax again as I'm selling it? This is taxation without representation and double taxation. It is so illegal, so immoral, so crooked that I could really just be fired up, or I'm getting kind of fired up as I sit here and fucking think about this shit, but it's just ridiculous. So now anybody who sells on eBay, any guy, girl, any person who sells anything on eBay is treated like they are a brick and mortar store selling their merchandise just like they're a brick and mortar. We are not brick and mortar stores. We are just people selling some extra items that we have. And now eBay has become like a freaking tax collector for the IRS. And let me tell you, they are completely in with the IRS. It checked, confirmed, and made sure that all of my information was completely in line with what I have on file at the IRS. It would not let me complete their little tax thing until it completely matched my tax records at the IRS, which means that the IRS somehow or another is in with their computer. So these people at eBay have basically opened the door and said, here, go ahead, tax and fucking screw every one of our sellers by charging them tax. This is ridiculous. I should not have to pay tax again on an item that I'm just selling when I'm already paying 18% fees already. Their fees on eBay are ridiculous. They no longer allow you to use PayPal whatsoever. They've kicked PayPal completely out, which for me personally doesn't work out that great because I work with PayPal Business quite a bit. So that to me wasn't a great thing. They said, oh, we're going to lower the rates. Fuck these guys. Excuse my French. They raised their rates. After they got rid of PayPal, their rates went up. All they did was cut PayPal out of the picture. They just cut them completely out and make it so they completely control your money. So now you could sell something for $3,000 and before you even see that money, you have to ship this item out to get paid. Okay? What the heck? That's just ridiculous. So the way things are now, you could sell something, ship it out, and if your tax records don't matchy up, they can hold your money from you and not even pay you. This is ridiculous. I am just so disgusted with eBay and the IRS right now. And believe me, I have nothing against paying tax. But when I buy something and I'm already paying tax from a brick and mortar store, when I'm buying that item, the government has already collected their tax on that item. They do not have a right to collect tax again when I sell that item because I'm not a brick and mortar store. I'm not a pawn store. I'm not a store at all. I'm just a person, an average guy at home selling some extra stuff. And now I'm being treated as if I'm a brick and mortar store making money just like I'm Best Buy. What a bunch of bullshit. eBay, you've gone too far. I'm sure the IRS probably forced them to do this, but obviously they didn't really fight it very hard because this program's rolled out. And as of now, you have to pay tax on everything you sell on eBay, just like you're a store. It's ridiculous. I feel like it is the final nail in eBay's coffin. I ain't gonna be selling on there no more. I just ain't gonna be doing that. I know I ain't a word, but I ain't selling on there, son. That's right. They ain't gonna be getting no more of this guy's cash. So peace out. Thanks for watching. I know a lot of tech guys out there sell and do stuff on eBay, and I know that people are finally gonna realize this tax thing. We all kind of were pissed off at eBay, a year ago or two when they started taxing us for everything we buy, when we used to be able to buy stuff on the internet and didn't have to get taxed for it. Well, first they taxed us there, and now they're taxing us some more. I know other countries have suffered this taxation stuff, but now America, we're getting under the thumb and we're getting screwed with taxation, just like we've read about and seen in so many horrible fracking movies over the years. Thanks for watching. Like I said, all those Windows keys at the beginning are completely guaranteed, and if you'd like to support the site, we have a Patreon. You can check that out. We take donations, anything to help keep us around. We ain't proud. We're just here to serve. Peace.